So I lost the voiceover, um, but I still want to show you guys what I did. So, just for this first part, it really was just about getting food. I don't know why my audio broke like that, but it did. But I still want you guys to see generally what happened. So, here I'm just getting food. Because I'm trying to get food to then get to the next stage and get to I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's a type of shoreline. The squidcata is being annoying here, very annoying. I fall down, and then the dumbest thing happens. The squidcata killed me. I got killed by a squidcata. Okay, here, I was trying to get food. I did get and I was trying to get the scavengers, which is kind of a theme here, but I would end up dying in a stupid way again. The momentum of these spears, it threw me into the acid and killed me. And I did not even know that was a thing that could happen. I did not know you could do that, and that was pretty stupid. But I still continued to try and get food. At this point, I was spearing scavengers from a far distance, and did get a squidcata, not a white one, but kind of still got my revenge on that other one. Though I was a bit stressed out because I didn't want to die and get my progress reset. As you can see, these spearmasters are throwing spears at me. I almost died to that other one. It's just like a full-on war here. I am getting them though, but it's kind of close quarters fighting. And then basically a berserk scavenger comes out, and at this point I was super scared. I didn't know what to do, but I still needed more food. So I got the guy with the eggs. At this point I was just like, I need to go, I need to leave. It is crucial that I just leave at this point. So there was a bit scared that there was a lizard there, but I did realize that it could present some good new food opportunities, so I went over anyways. This was a big part of like the early gameplay of this. I did this for about 8 minutes, so it did take a while. But the lizard had fallen in the acid, so there was no danger there. I did attempt to continue to spear the scavengers with some success, but certainly not a lot. Then I finally made it after going back getting some more food. I did make it. I was a little worried because I still need to get some food to hibernate here, but I didn't. I thought I wouldn't have to go very far to get that food. Then I got out of here, out of that little tunnel area, into waterfront facility because that's what they renamed Shoreline. And I realized it looked a lot like garbage wastes, but obviously without all the garbage and acid. So I actually quite like this map, how it looks, especially on the outside areas. It looked quite nice. But I almost got eaten by that pole plant, which really scared me. It freaked me out. I was able to kill it for food though, which is good. At this point I was presented with a dilemma. I didn't know whether to go back to that hibernation area, or to continue on because I didn't know if there was a hibernation area close by, but those black creatures were angry, and I was worried that they might kill me. But I decided anyways to just go and try to see if I could find a hibernation chamber in the next room. That water down there was certainly quite scary, Though luckily, I did make it across. At this point, though, it really did start to resemble Shoreline because the inside areas of Shoreline do look a lot like this. Obviously, it is the same map, but basically because it takes place way earlier, it's just a lot more dried up than Shoreline. That salamander was the only threat, but he wasn't that scary because he couldn't climb up. I was worried that there were those ocean centipedes from Rivulet's campaign, but then I remembered that they were only in Rivulet's campaign. But I found something weirder. This tunnel was like a huge scavenger shower, which is really weird. So I was initially a little freaked out, but I just thought, if they're in water, it'll probably be easy to take them down. It clearly was not easy to take them down. I always underestimate scavengers. I did get one, which was good, but then I was stabbed, and I died. So I attempted to do it again. This time I thought that there wouldn't be any scavengers coming down. It was just a weird thing that one time. And it definitely did seem like that. There weren't any, so I went up and just continued on to try to get past this point to the next hibernation chamber. But I was clearly wrong. I tried to leave and get there before the scavenger, but he came out right when I did, and he fell down with me. I got stabbed again and died. These scavengers are certainly a force to be reckoned with. So that place really is the scavenger shower. And I was also quite worried that I wouldn't have enough karma level to get to the next region, which is 5 pebbles. This time there weren't scavengers going down, but I noticed a scavenger up there at the last second. Right as I jumped down, he hit me with a spear, and I died, which is really unlucky for me. I seem to have very bad luck when it comes to scavengers. Now, the good thing, though, and what I think is also really cool about Looks to the Moon in this area, is that her whole structure is completed. So it's not falling apart like other times. And it's just really cool because then you have 2 iterator structures. As you can see, the scavenger shower was still continuing. So I thought if I stayed up here, I could maybe stab some scavengers as they came down this shower area, but that did prove to be more difficult than it sounded. So I just decided to go up. I did see a scavenger there, but I decided to ignore it. And I didn't want to jinx myself by saying that I hadn't encountered any water creatures yet, but I hadn't encountered any water creatures. And this is like the second big pool. I did encounter 2 blue leeches, which are scary. And I did see the scavenger across the water, but I was just thinking that surely they aren't actually pursuing me. And if they are, they probably will not be for very long. So I made it to the next area, which is, honestly, it kind of looks like a scavenger shower. But clearly, the scavengers were still pursuing me. So when this scavenger fell down, I was incredibly scared and I needed to get away at this point before he stabbed me with his spear. And I wasn't able to swim even though I was trying. It seemed to be pretty difficult. So I then was able to swim there for a little bit. At this point I did realize though that I was quite far ahead of the scavenger. And I think this was in my review Let's video. This area is very recognizable if you have seen it. This is one of the first areas you find in Shoreline if you go through a drainage system. There was a salamander up there, but I didn't want to try and hunt it. But the scavengers were still pursuing me. And this part really scared me because I was in such close quarters with them. And I really thought I was going to die. But I just thought, if I get away, I'll be fine. I thought I stabbed one. Somehow I did not. This one was down here, which scared me because I know you have to be super quick with scavengers. We exchanged spear fire. It really scared me. I thought I was almost dead. I went up. I got him. I don't know how, because you have to have such quick reactions with hunting scavengers. His friends did not pursue the chase, which surprised me. I did a cool backflip there, and that is what I liked. At this point, I was just in a full flight mode. I was just trying to leave as quick as I could. But I could tell that I was getting closer to Looks to the Moon because there were those yellow overseers, which are Looks to the Moon's overseers. I could also tell I was getting closer because of those green glowing things, which are actually by her structure in the regular campaign. So I climbed up. There was a scavenger there. And I just thought, I just got to get away. There was a blue lizard, almost bit me, but I was able to get down. A scavenger came up. I tried to stab him. I was not quick enough, and I died yet again. So at this point, I was starting to get quite tired. The scavenger shower did not disappoint. It still continued to rain scavengers. So I tried to stab them with the spear many times. Failed basically every time. One scavenger that did come in the other side, I was able to get him, but that was it. So I just continued on. All the scavengers seemed to have left at that point. I did see a few blue leeches, but I didn't think they would be a problem. And then they started holding on to me, which did become a problem. And I thought that I was going to lose because of the leeches, but I was somehow able to jump up and got them off. I still do not know how that happened. So at this point, it was just sort of like, just keep on going, just again and again. I was just trying to go back to the same place every time. It is definitely, though, a long path from the shelter where I found next to the scavenger shower and the new area right near Looks to the Moon's superstructure. And I didn't even know if I was close, because this place is kind of a maze. It is definitely confusing, and there's a lot of overlapping tunnels. There was a scavenger there, which scared me, as I thought I might befall the same fate that happened to me before. There was a scavenger there. Albert died, another one came up, and I died. So it happened again. So at this point I was really tired, so I just decided to end the video, so that's why it was a bit shorter, but also because I had to take out parts because it was more like a highlight, and I lost the audio, and I still don't know how that happened, so that was weird, so that's why this is just more like a voiceover doing that, because I didn't want to make it seem like I was doing the actual reactions, just because that would seem weird. So yeah, sorry that you lost the audio, but I still wanted you guys to see my progress. So yeah, that's going to be it. Bye.